what I'm going to be saying in this video, many of you will listen to it, but you won't understand exactly what I'm saying in this video. Trust me, most of you have still been worshiping God, going to the church, praying in tongues, screaming, doing hours and hours of prayer, but you've been outside of the place that God has called you to be. And that's something that we call lack of obedience. Obedience has always been better than sacrifices. Okay, God will respect a believer that is obedient than the believer that sacrifice. We can see that with the story of David. David, when he committed adultery, he went and fasted, but God said, "No, you disobeyed to me. I won't have no choice than to punish you." First things, his child died. Many other things happened to David in the future. Saul, the same things happened to Saul when Saul disobeyed to God's instruction. The presence of God left Saul. The thing that I fear the most in my life, in my relationship with God, is disobedience. Because disobedience is something that can cost you your salvation. Your disobedience to God is something that can cause God to curse you. We saw that with the people of Israel when they were outside of Egypt and they were in the wilderness. God told these people, "Don't disobey me." God took his time to show them miracles, signs, wonders, big blessings, feeding them in the desert, giving them food. God even went until cut the sea in twice to show them that the God that you serve is the best of the God. He's the powerful God. But these people didn't hesitate a second to disobey God and commit a sins that was going to push God or trigger God's anger in the level that God would have no choice but to punish them or to destroy them. Idolatry, excuse me for my pronunciation, idolatry is one of the most biggest things that when you do that, I'm telling you, it's going to be tough for you to go unpunished. It's going to be tough for you to go unpunished by God when you commit idolatry. These people disobeyed to God. When Moses was in the mountain, they went and made God for themselves and started worshiping those gods. But guess what? It doesn't matter how much Moses interceded for them. God said to them, "You will not go unpunished." Many of us here, we've been screaming in the church, screaming on the street, even evangelizing, talking about God like we've been sleeping with God. But God's presence has left many of you because of your disobedience. You have chosen to serve God according to your own understanding. You lean on your own understanding instead to lean on God's understanding. And guess what? You think God is like a human being. Guess what? Many things that they can play with God. They can, I don't know how to say the word. Many things that they as long as they are praying, everything is fine for them. As long as they have been fasting, everything is fine for them. But if I ask you, do you know where God wants you to be at the moment in your life? Can you answer that question? Can you wake up in the morning and tell that, okay, God wants me to go and pray for, or God wants me to, for the next 20 days, God wants me to intercede every single night for, just intercede for people? Can you tell that? I'm not saying you to be perfect. But if you realize that you have been leading astray, come back to the right spot. Come back to the right spot. Don't realize that because you don't get to the point that you realize that you have been leading astray and you please yourself into sin.